What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl, me, Whitney B. I'm in here. I just wanted to first start off apologizing about my mishap last week when I said we was in season 3. I was so excited I ain't even check my own stuff, y'all. I was just ready to get back into it. We actually in season 4, so it's really something to be excited about. So without further ado, let's get this show started. What's up? What's up? You are now tuned in to Sports Talk with me, your girl Whitney B. All right, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. So I'm not gonna keep you long today. I got some things to do for my daughter, but I wanted to make sure I got in and got it done. So I want to first start with, the Lions' performance in that first preseason game was cute. The fans was calling that man Nate Suckfield. I'm excited to see Teddy Bridgewater, what he's going to bring to the table in the preseason, because definitely I don't think Nate going to get a contract. I think the Lions realized they was doing the most with all these quarterbacks on the roster when we had Bilal and Boyle. See, they both got cut, and then they brought in Nate. Then they drafted the rookie Hendon Hooker. I don't think we going to have all 4 of them on our roster. You already know Jared Goff going to be QB1. And then you got Teddy Bridgewater and the rookie Hendon Hooker. I think Nate proved that this ain't it for him. And then if we take a step back, he never played. Remember, he got signed at the end of the preseason. So, Goff didn't go down. He don't know what he doing. I just wanted to start off by saying that. Now, last week I told y'all the Cowboys was going to be trash. They got a good running back on their hands. They old running back, Ezekiel Elliott. He did sign a 1-year deal with the Patriots. I don't even know why they did that for real there in New England. I see, but I don't think Ezekiel Elliott was the right one. I think he might start off decent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. For the New England Patriots fans, I used to be a big fan of New England Patriots, but I realized that it really was for Tom Brady. Bill Belichick, he gonna make it happen, but I don't think his guy is Ezekiel Elliott. I think he should have went on ahead and retired. Or they should have tried to get Marshawn Lynch. But, hey, I don't know. That's neither here nor there. I'm just saying, I just wanted to throw that out there to get my opinion on that, because a few people did ask me about that. I have also been asked recently about how do I feel about Jim Harbaugh's suspension. He had that 4-day suspension. I thought it was crazy then, but now the NCAA is saying that they're doing a little deeper investigation into it, I guess. So his 4-day suspension was lifted. 4-game suspension was lifted. And now they're going to see what happens in 2024. Me personally, I think it's some trash, because they're not coming out with what he exactly did to violate the policy on recruiting. From what I heard, it was some kind of meal or something. But I don't know. Even if it was a meal, I really think that's dumb. Especially with NIL and everything that's going on. If you're trying to recruit and you got somebody some McDonald's or something, hey. But I don't know. I think it's dumb. I'm not quite sure. But I do think that if they decide to, like, any kind of reprimanding him in the future, I think it's going to just result to that 4-game suspension again. What I was excited about is when I was looking at the AP college polls yesterday, when they dropped it, Michigan is number 2. Georgia is number 1. Michigan is number 2. Ohio State is number 3. and I believe it was LSU was number 4. Then it was Alabama. Either way it go, for the second time, Georgia has been at the top in their college program history. And then, of course, Michigan is number 2, which I think is perfect. I'm so glad to see Michigan there. And then the schedule this year is amazing. So everything just adding up. I'm excited. When I saw Michigan at number 2, I was like, yes. I usually feel like they be trying to play Michigan, especially over Ohio State, but not this year. So the AP got it right. Thank y'all. Let's give it up. Because, they be playing us. So I was super excited about that. I'm going to talk about the Lions a little bit more later, but let's go over here to Michael Oher. Now, for all of y'all that don't know who Michael Oher is, I'm not sure why you don't know, because The Blind Side was a phenomenal movie. So much so that my husband didn't even see it, I don't think, right away. So I had him see it here recently because, we were just talking about football movies, and that is one of my favorite next to Remember the Titans. But The Blind Side, okay, Michael Oher, it's a movie about Michael Oher being a young kid, being adopted by, he was adopted by, Leanne and Sean Tuohy. Well, I guess Big Mike, because that's what they called him in the movie. That's what I want to call him too. Big Mike said that he just found out recently in February that he was never adopted, and that 18, the paperwork that they had him sign, was for them to be his conservators. Now, for all y'all who don't know what a conservator is, that's like me telling you to sign these papers and I'm in control of your money, your finances, and all of that. And there's nothing you can do about it. This is a lot to pick apart for me, because one thing we do know, and two things for certain, if you did watch the movie, Michael Oher was illiterate. He didn't know how to read. He didn't know how to write. He was just a big guy from the hood that was a sweetie. Basically he was a sweetheart, and he was just a big guy. Because I don't even think at that point he was playing sports. I'm trying to remember, but I don't. I think that they put him into football when his family got around him, according to the movie at least. Well, we all know it was the whole thing about the recruiting and him going to Ole Miss, and that being their alma mater and where they donate all their money to as alumni and everything. And then him getting drafted into the NFL by the Ravens. Well, Big Mike is like, all that money and all that I made, they made off him. He ain't see none of that Blind Side movie money. So much so that they made like $200 million or something, and also was padding the pockets of their children. The little boy and the girl who was about his same age. Now, a lot of people are like, how did he not know, blah, 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 blah. Well, in the movie, we saw them get him a tutor, but some things in movies, we really cannot believe all of this to be true. And even today, you have people who do not read the fine print in these contracts. They tell you what it is. You go ahead and sign. You had Michael Vick come out talking about how he got swindled out of millions in taxes. It's just, I said this before, and side note, with NIL and these young athletes, it has to be some kind of financial training and everything that comes with this, because these people really do not know what they're signing. And he is a great example of that, unfortunately. So it's been so much surrounding the story since it broke. I believe it was yesterday when it broke. Sean Tuohy came out today talking about he gonna always love all his kids. Basically, he acting out and he cool with them. But then there was another report that said before he came out and tried to take them to court, or currently he's taking them to court, but before he went on ahead to file the court documents, he tried to shake the family down for $15 million. I felt like that was crazy. For one, what do you mean shake you down? Like, that's his money. Give him his shit. But for two, I would have just rather gone ahead and gave him the 15 million. You coming at me, you talking about you want 15 million after we done got millions, over 100, 200 million off your back, and all you asked for was 15 million. Like, yes, here, give it to him. Instead of now, this is, this is where we at with it. That family really should have regretted to comment. But, people be wanting to clear their name and be wrong. So, I think that that's weird. Also, what I think is weird is people like me who is out here on the social media talking about take Sandra Bullock's Oscar. I think that is so crazy. Like, this lady ain't do nothing but do a job. Y'all gave her a script. She came in. She ain't sit down with them and write that movie and all of that. Like, she was casted and she played her part very well. Very much so. To the point where it was a movie that we all grew to love and fall in love with, And even his story, So, do I think that y'all should take her Oscar? Like, no. And do I think that people should be calling for that? Like, no. Like, we're going to take away from someone's artistry off of some shit somebody else did. Where's the calling for that lady's head? And all of that, like, Sandra Bullock played Leanne Tuohy. She not the real one. So I'm not sure. When I saw that, I was like, they're really doing this? And then when I got on there to see myself, I was like, this is a thing? I was so shocked. Some of y'all just be slow. I don't know what it is. Like, y'all, people be so caught up and ready to be in cancel culture. They don't even pay attention to what's really going on. It's just not, Michael Oher said this, take the damn Oscar. Like, what are we doing here? Like, I don't know. Moving along, y'all gotta read. Reading is fundamental. So it's a lot surrounding that story. I think that's one that I'm really going to follow a lot with Michael Oher. And I might even watch The Blind Side later because, I just really love the movie. But it's messed up that they didn't adopt him. I would hate to be in his position, just knowing what we know from the movie and from books, because they have capitalized off of this man's life majorly. You know what I'm saying? Like, Leander wrote books, then did interviews and all of that, and Mike ain't seen none of that money. None of it. So now this where we at with it. And hey, I don't know. Hopefully somewhere, somehow, he can get some kind of royalties now off the movie. Just a lot. I don't know. He's owed a whole lot more than 15 million though from that family. So I don't know. And I think it's really messed up that he just found out this year. People like, how he ain't know, so again, he wasn't reading it for real. He didn't know what he was reading. These people then took care of him or made him feel that he was being taken care of. And they turn around and play him. He has to be in the space right now going through this lawsuit hurt. I can only imagine because this was his family. And now I have to sue my family. It's just messed up. So I really wanted to get on here and talk about that when I seen that was super big to me. But moving back into football a little bit, college football, I think Mel Tucker, he got all that money and Michigan State is going to suck again this year. I said that's so mean. I know y'all think I got a bias. I have really learned to put my bias to the side. But hey, if the shoe fit, I don't know. I don't see them letting him go because they just pay him all that money. But they program gonna be whack. And I don't know what they gonna have to recruit. Everybody was on the Mel Tucker train, and of course they should have been coming. Tuck then came and went at this point because what are we doing? And they need to go in that transfer portal and do something. Like, ever since Kenneth Walker left. I mean, he was the team. Naylor, he was trying and everything, and then the quarterback, and then this season, we don't even know what that situation is looking like. It's not looking good. And then you go over to the Michigan side, and Blake Corum like, no, I'm not going to the NFL. I'm coming back. Now, my thing with that is people was like, why would he do that? Because he's going to make more money off NIL. I would do that. Ain't no way you think I'm about to go to the NFL on a rookie contract. I don't even know if I'm going to play when I can stay put here for my last year and make more money and play and get more exposure. Only person I think that sucks for is Donovan Edwards because that puts him back into number 2 position. And I think because for their love for football in Michigan, and then Donovan Edwards, this is home for him. He's staying, but I think he would have went in the transfer portal had it been, Michigan State. But I don't know. I'm excited for Michigan. JJ McCarthy, he's getting more exposure as well. He's learning more, and I think that this year it'll be better for him. He won't make a lot of those rookie mistakes that he was making last season. So I'm really excited to see Michigan football. A couple more weeks, we in there. I'm excited about the Lions game this Saturday. I cannot wait to go be in the house in the Lions den there at Ford Field, roaring and making all the noise. My highlight for Saturday is going to be taking a picture with the Barry Sanders statue that they're unveiling in Ford Field on Saturday. I wish it was open to the public, but it's not. It's going to be a private ceremony before the game. But I want to get there hopefully early enough to see the statue before I get to my seats. And, take some pictures with it because that is big for Detroit. Big for Barry, too. Let's go ahead and give him a hand clap of praise for that, too. That's big for us. And finally, you know what I'm saying? Like, statue, Sheila for him. That lady is doing her thing. They had Whitmer down there at training camp the other day throwing balls. I was like, okay, this team is official. Governor Whitmer here in Michigan, she do her thing, and I love her. She is getting out, but I have never seen her at a Lions game, let alone training camp. And she was out there throwing the balls. And I was like, all right, that's my governor. They had Marshawn Lynch out there last week. They got people coming. Like I told y'all, they got a waiting list for season tickets. Like, this season is going to be one for the books. I had saw some stuff on social media talking about if the Lions hosted a home playoff game and went to the playoffs and everything, people were going to go crazy and, spend a lot of money for those tickets. But if the Lions actually went to the Super Bowl, people were going to be taking out personal loans and everything to get that money to go to Vegas. Hello? Because let me go ahead and call my credit union right now. Because, baby, I'm going to be in Vegas like homeless person. If I got to be out there on the streets, I'm going to be there in my Honolulu blue acting a fool. What? Like, nah, you trying to find me for sleep. I'll be somewhere in the slot machine chair catching a few Z's, but that's not what I'm here for. I don't even think nobody's going to be there to sleep. Like, that will be a celebration in itself. Now, do I hope that happens? I do. Do I think that's going to happen? I don't know. Like I told y'all last week, I'm optimistic. We're going to see. I do think we will make it to the playoffs. I do think that we will host a playoff game, too, being the winners of the NFC North. I don't know about the Super Bowl, I don't know, but the Eagles did lose their preseason game, but we not counting preseason, I know. Don't attack me for saying that. But when I saw it, I was like, oof, we won, they lost. But I know. So don't even come for me. I already said it myself. I'm excited also for our running back, the rookie Gibbs. What I did see is that according to the voting, not voting, gambling, the betting, there we go, betting. Gibbs is the most betted on player right now to win Rookie of the Year. And he proved a lot. People been, Jamal Williams, we going to miss him. I am going to miss him. Let me not, because I'm people, right? Yes, I am going to miss his infectious spirit and everything that he do for Detroit and the team. Like his just, you could not help but smile, And I'm not sure who that person is on the team this season. And I know that New Orleans has a jewel in him. But what he brought to the team, as far as being a running back, we have that and more in a rookie. I think that this rookie is going to show up. DeAndre Swift. Everybody was, we need Swifts. This Swift is better. All of this, no, we have a running back who I feel is what the team stands for, is what the team needs, and he's a rookie. I don't bet, though. I'm not going out here to bet on none of that. You want to find me losing my money, I'm going to be somewhere up in somebody's restaurant eating. That's how I lose my money. I ain't shopping, but I'm going to eat good. Very good. Very good. So, no, I'm not betting on a rook, but if y'all betting, it came out today that he's the most betted on person. So go ahead, and for all y'all people who do fantasy football, watch out. So anyway, I had also saw something talking about Patrick Mahomes got to win 5 Super Bowls to be considered to go over Tom Brady. And then you had a mixed crowd. Yeah, he ain't got to do that. And then some people like Tom Brady spanked them in the Super Bowl. He'll never be considered a GOAT. Me personally, Patrick Mahomes will have to play as long as Tom Brady or more and win for me to give him GOAT status. I don't know how y'all, do that, but in Tom Brady's years, he's done a lot for the team. And I'm not sure if you take away Kelsey or even his coach Andy Reid, where that would put Patrick Mahomes. That would be something worth seeing. What we know in Tom Brady is he turns sugar into shit. We don't know that about the good hair guy. What's his name? Patrick Mahomes. Lost his name already because we can't talk about him in the same sentence. I don't know. Baby Goat, I can be fine with people calling him that because he has made it to the AFC Championship dang near every year, into the Super Bowl, but not every year going to the Super Bowl, but enough in 5 years. I just can't see him reaching Tom Brady's level of GOAT until we see him go to another team and accomplish the things that he's able to do. And I don't care what nobody say. At me, let's argue, what the kids say, all of that, we can do all of that. Come for me. Because I'm willing to go to bat for that. But I'm excited. I'm super excited just to see, what comes of it. The Lions is opening up against Patrick Mahomes on Thursday night, September 17th in Arrowhead. How I think that game is going to go? I think the Lions is going to win. Did I say that last week? I don't know. I think we got a good chance at winning. But, it's going to be tight. But, I think we got a good chance. So, it's exciting. I'm excited about this football season, but more than ever, I'm just excited to see, the new players. I feel like the rookies on the team just make the team. From the previous seasons, you got Penei Sewell. He's a big name on the team. You moving down to Aiden Hutchinson and Kirby Joseph and all of them. It's the newer players that come on the team. And now this year you got Gibbs, you got Zylstra. I don't even think I said his name. I think it's Zylstra. The linebacker, who said that he's learning a lot from Anzalone. And I can't even think of the tight end. Oh no, Zylstra, that's his name. So I think that they're gonna be great additions to the team. And then the name last season, I told you I couldn't remember, and it was gonna come back to me, and it just came to me now, was Hockenson. When we traded Hockenson to Minnesota, Hockenson is gonna give Minnesota this season what he gave Detroit after he did his breakout season. We're not holding our breaths. But the players that we're able to get, I'm excited. I think that Jared Goff has a lot more weapons on offense. I think our defense is coming together. From what I saw, should I say, in the preseason game last week, I think the defense is going to be okay. I think they're going to be able to pull it together. It's a lot of depth in the linebacker situation right now. I'm not sure where Anzalone will fit on the roster. I know that the younger players, a lot of them are saying that they look up to him, but who's going to get cut is the question. And if he got cut, it will cut me deep. Like when Craig Reynolds didn't make the team, I was like, why? But, we're at a time now with this football team where trusting Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell isn't hard to do. It's been hard in the past to trust a lot of the coaches' decisions, and the general manager. But this duo has proven that they know what they're doing. And so I'm just here for the ride. I'm going to talk about it every week. But I'm excited. Like, I'm really excited. So, y'all, before I get out of here, I'm always going to shout out myself. So get my book, Life Support. I'm also, I'm going to start like a monthly Q&A for everybody who has been asking me questions about this. I'm going to start a live about my book and answer everyone's questions. I'm really just getting over, I guess, the nervousness when I have to answer these questions, because I know, Lord Jesus, I'm going to be choked up probably, honey. So, but I am going to start taking questions about my book. So y'all hurry up, get it, read it, and let me know what you want me to answer. And I got you. Send it to my email or comment. You can send me comments on my website that come straight to my email there at mywhitneyb.com. It is a section where you can leave comments. So you can definitely send me your questions, and I am here to answer them. I'll have more information about that hopefully in my next show or the one following that. I want to just make sure everything with sports talk is great first. And you do know that you can catch all of the old episodes. I'm still working on trying to get everything under one since I started last week. It's giving me now a second page on Spotify and both Apple. So all of the old episodes will be under the black logo and everything new will be under the white logo. But hopefully sooner than later I can get those combined, and then we can move forward with my life support where I can talk in, more long form about that. So again, thank you for tuning in. This is season 4, episode 2. I was too excited. I didn't even check my stuff. I'm like, yes, I'm starting my show next week. Let's get in there. And I was so wrong. When I was finished, I was like, what was I thinking? But we are in season 4, episode 2. I'm glad y'all are enjoying. I do this for myself, but I do this for y'all too. So, I'm out. What's up? You are now tuned in to Sports Talk with me, your girl Whitney B.